Hello everybody, it's John Graham here, and you will notice my YouTube channel has changed just a little bit. I mean, it's all the same thing. John Was Bored leaves me a lot of room to put just about anything I want up on YouTube. But for the near foreseeable future, I am going to be talking about cruising. And I have kind of altered the name of this channel from John Was Bored to John Aboard. All right, I want to direct you to my new website. It's called youcouldusecruise.com, because trust me, you could use a cruise, okay? So youcouldusecruise.com. About a couple of months ago, I became an independent travel consultant for Expedia Cruises, and I have had more fun than I ever imagined doing this. It's been bizarre. And I just thought I would start giving some informational stuff. You know, we could get some general tips about cruising, deals that are coming out as I learn about them. But I wanted to cover today one topic that I feel like is going to be really helpful, and it's basically this: demystifying cruise pricing. So, you know, you've probably seen these ads that pop up, and they might say $99 and you can cruise for a week in the Caribbean or whatever. And you're like, wow, that's great. And you start clicking through, and then you finally get to the end and you're like, wait, this is no longer $99. So I wanted to kind of walk through that and help you understand exactly what to expect as you are pricing a cruise. I think you're going to find it helpful. And by the way, please be sure to do a few things for me. Like this video, put on the notification deal so you'll get a tip every time that I put a new video up. And of course, subscribe. And the third thing is share it. Tell your friends, hey, this guy's got some information I think is helpful. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're going to go to my website, youcouldusecruise.com. Right down here, you'll see best buys and last minute deals. Before we go there, however, look at the bottom corner. Let me move my video here. All right, that's better. And you can see enter for a chance to win a $5,000 cruise. This is not a scam. You will start getting promotional emails from me, and you're going to be glad you did. Once you fill that in, you not only get access to possibly win the cruise that we give out periodically throughout the year, you will also be entered into my 7 C's group, which gives you out of the gate on select cruises a 10% discount. So I highly encourage you to go there. All right, let's get back to the subject. Best buys and last minute deals. We're going to click here. I want to see the deals, and let's look here. All right. Very top one, the 6-night Mexico cruise from LA to Cabo San Lucas and back. That doesn't sound too terrible, does it? Oh, it's also heading San Diego. That's nice. So, $279. Wow. For 6 days. Are you kidding? On the Celebrity Eclipse. Celebrity is a top-notch kind of an offer. It's pretty awesome. So let's see what's going on. We're going to go learn more. All right. So this is the rate that pulls you in, right? Let's find available cabins. Oh, wait. Okay. So, all right. Well, that rate was only for an inside cabin. That's okay. That's all right. And I've got some options here to save some other things. Okay. So the inside cabin. Now, there are categories. On every cruise ship, just about every cruise ship, you're going to have the inside, which means no windows. You're going to have ocean view, which means just a window. You're going to have balcony, which means you can open the doors and go out on the balcony, and that's a little private veranda for you. It's really nice. Or you have the suites, and the suites, of course, are very nice, opulent, lots of space. Feel like you're in a top-notch, top-floor hotel room. Okay. So, but we're here for the budget. We got in here for the price. So let's go with the $279. Well, the first thing I notice here, it says $279 per person. Now, let me tell you something about cruise ships. And let me look up here at the right spot. Sorry. All pricing is based on double occupancy. Okay. Now, there are a few exceptions to that. Norwegian has some solo rooms. From time to time, the cruise lines will waive the double occupancy fee. But in general, almost all the time, you are looking at doubling whatever rate you see. So out of the gate, we know we've got to have 2 people, which, I mean, you didn't want to go alone anyway. You want to bring your significant other or a friend. So there you go, $279 times 2. So we're going to continue right here. We're on the inside stateroom. We're now looking at $558. Oh, but wait, what's going on here? Okay, so from the inside staterooms, in this particular case, I see 3 different options. One of them is a guarantee inside, one is just an inside, and one of them is a prime inside. Now, the difference on those are going to be different from ship to ship, cruise to cruise. You just never quite know exactly. But generally speaking, they're going to be about the same size. They more likely have something to do with where they are in the ship, okay? So especially if you're a first-time cruiser, you're not sure how you're going to deal with motion. Generally, it's not that big of a problem. However, some people are sensitive to that. So I would suggest you stay away from the front of the ship, okay? You also might want to avoid being near a dance club or near, on my first cruise that I ever went on, we were in a room that was right by a staff staircase, and outside our window was a staff lounge. Well, after hours, when the staff was through working, they were going there to wind down, and we heard it pretty long time through the night. So you just need to know kind of where these rooms are, and the prices are adjusted accordingly. But again, I came here for the deal, so let's go. I'm not going to add the $245 for this. I'm not going to add $269 for prime, whatever that means. And generally, as you can see, these are decks 9 through 11. This one is deck 3, 7 or 8, and this one is deck 3, 7 through 11. All right, so I'm just going to go with the no more additional. Now I got to choose my rate. What? Okay, so here is the reduced rate. That is the rate that was published to draw you into this deal. All right, no additional charge. The rest of these are what you would consider FIT rates, fully independent travel. It's the brochure price. It's kind of what you would expect to find on their website. Now, I want you to notice some things. First off, oh, wait, we need to go back. I'm so sorry. Let me say this. You see right here, it says guarantee inside. This is important. Anytime you see the word guarantee having to do with the room that you've selected, it means that you don't get to choose your room. The ship does. The cruise line does. And they're going to wait till the very bitter end to see what's not sold out. Now, you will always get the level that you requested. If you chose a balcony, you'll get a balcony. You might get a balcony with an obscured view. You might, get a balcony that's not in the best place, like we talked about earlier. It might be a dance hall or near a noisy elevator or something. Guarantee means you don't get to choose your room. So that's what you're paying for, is you're basically paying it. Just stick me wherever. Okay, so we've selected that. And now we're looking at these rates. Now, what are the different options I'm looking at here? Well, there's the no perk rate. This is basically what it would cost if they went to, if you went to Celebrity's website, try to book it yourself. Now we've got but that's the non-refundable deposit. Okay, so what's interesting in here is because we have Expedia Cruises has rooms that we have already held, you can already bank on a refundable deposit. In this case, if you were going to the brochure and paying the non-refundable deposit, you'd pay $200 more per person. That's crazy. We're not going to do that. We're obviously going to stick with a better deal. Look down here, though, the no perk rate. Okay. Again, that's the brochure price. All right. You don't have to worry about that yet. Don't worry about it. But we get right here to the non-refundable deposit all-included rate. Okay. What's included? The beverage package, Wi-Fi, tips and gratuities. Now, I'm going to say, and this is, again, the non-refundable price, okay? And now we're going up $871 a person. Wow, it's starting to really rack up. And then there is the all-included, non-refundable whatever. Now, in this particular scenario, I would advise you to go with this rate, and then we would add those things later. The beverage, the gratuities, the Wi-Fi if you wanted. And I think you would definitely save way more than $2,000 or $2,200 once you added that right there. But just for the sake of our video, we're going to go ahead and we're going to select reduce rate. I do want to say this about gratuities. They're required. You're going to pay $15 to $18 per person per day. Okay. If you're a single traveler, that's just one person, even though it's required for two at a room. But you're still going to pay that. It's going to be either upfront or it's going to be at the end of the cruise on your credit card that's on file. You're going to pay it. You can't get around it. So just bear that in mind. But in this scenario, with the zero added per person, we now are looking at, wait, what happened? It was $558 a minute ago. Prices, what's got added? Taxes and fees. Thank you, U.S. government, right? Well, in this case, the Mexican government too. Because
Every cruise has to pay for the port fees, what it costs them to stick their ship in the port and get fueled up and get serviced and all that kind of stuff. And then we're also paying the taxes, okay, on just sales tax. So these prices are also unavoidable. So at the bare minimum, this cruise that started at $279 that drew you in is now $895 because it's two of you, okay? So I want you to understand that. If you go to a guarantee cabin, says continue, you're basically, it's going to say, okay, we get to choose your room. Thanks. Now, so that's how it works. So let's review. You've got 4 areas basically to consider. The room category. Is it an inside stateroom, an ocean view, a balcony, or a suite? Then you've got the room choice within that category, where that is on the ship, levels. Maybe you needed a connecting room. Maybe you needed an accessible room. All of those kind of things. Then you have the prepaid perks, tips, Wi-Fi, beverage packages, whatever your choices are there. And then finally, you have taxes and fees. Now, just as a reminder, taxes and fees are inevitable. That's going to be on the price. Gratuities are inevitable. Now, I will say sometimes there are promotions run where they go ahead and they cover that for you. But bottom line, this is what you need to expect. Now, do you understand why it might be a great idea to call a travel agent when you're looking at cruise pricing? Because it can be pretty confusing. And I am here to help you save some money. Honestly, that's what I do. If you book through me, I can almost always get you a $50 onboard credit right out of the gate. I can also, if you join my 7 Seas Club, you can get 10% off of select sailings, 10% off of about a $2,000. That's a $200 savings. That's a great deal. So I want to encourage you in that way. Now, is this still a good deal? You know, because with $279 on my website pulled me in, is this still a good deal? Well, let's think about it. All right. First off, if you were just to go on a vacation for 7 days, 6 nights, and you were going to book a Hampton Inn, not the most exciting place to be, but not terrible, you would at least pay $150 a night, at least, okay? And at $150 a night, you'd be looking at $780 before taxes, all right? So compare where we were, somewhere around $880 for that final estimate, and we're down to like $140 or something left, okay? Now, on a 7-day cruise, 2 people are going to get 28 full meals, not to mention all the free snacks that you can possibly eat, okay? So that brings your meal price per person, quality food in almost every case, snacks abundant however much you want, to $4 a person, okay? That doesn't even count the entertainment. So on a cruise ship, you've got entertainment. You've got big Broadway shows. You've got dance instructions. You've got fun stuff like karaoke or trivia or game shows. I mean, this stuff goes on and on and on. Or you can just sit by the pool and relax. Now, one other feature is you've only gone to a Hampton Inn and to 28 meals at a restaurant in the land-based scenario, all right? On this cruise, you're going to Cabo San Lucas and San Diego. Now, come on, it's a great deal. This is, of course, just one example, and sometimes there are better deals. Sometimes there are more normal deals that would be considered typical. I will tell you, you really need to give me a call. Call 470-9-TRAVEL, 470-9-TRAVEL, or visit me at youcoulduseacruise.com.